fucking go, baby.
What are we doing? That's a fucking great question. All right, so my name's Chris Mena, founder, CEO, creator of whatever you want to call it, Made by Mena, or just Mena for short.
Okay, what are we doing here?
We out here, Luxe Fashion show with Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
What are we doing right now? Hanging out.
I love it. And you're showing in tonight's fashion show.
I'm showing tonight. Yeah, I'm the last to go. And
you're kind of closing us out.
I'm closing us out. And then Quez is going to come out with like a special look. He gave me his creative input. I did some designs and then made him this one-on-one piece head to toe.
We got a one-on-one piece, a one-of-one piece coming out.
One Marquez Mena piece coming out.
Is this part of one collection or is this a piece of several different things?
So this is actually 3 collections put together. So I just showed past Fashion Week in September 2023. And that collection was called From the Street. And what I did was I had been picking up items off the street and they all were recycled into clothing.
Fire.
So they're literally made from trash.
Right.
And like there's a whole video about it. You can check out my website. There's a lot more information on that.
Website is?
MadeByMena.com.
There you go. We get selfless.
Or Mena.NYC. Check it out. Secondly, it's just like my ready-to-wear collection. So just like, I do a lot of wholesaling. A lot of my business is wholesaling.
Right.
So like the jacket you're wearing right now is a ready-to-wear piece. So
yeah, by the way, for those that didn't know, we had to throw on that shit. Sorry, we had to throw on that stuff. You know what I mean? This is a custom Jones, yeah?
It is, yeah. So it's actually the first jacket that I made in this series. So it's like my burlap
the man himself, you know what I mean? I had to get filthy on him one time, bow. A recent collection you've shown, that was literally stuff you found on the street and you brought
made
it
out
to
of
life.
trash, yeah.
And then sorry. And then there's another part of the collection that's your ready to wear line.
Correct. Which is just reoccurring. It goes, it's seasonless is kind of how I like to view it, which is core pieces that I make ready to wear to sell to stores at wholesale pricing.
Fire.
And then the third element is a collection I'm working on for this coming September called Urban Camo. And that's like these pieces right here. So it's kind of like what you'd be wearing in an urban camouflage setting, as military inspired, but also like torn apart brick and all these crazy textures. So
I love that concept.
All the pieces that have like all these crazy prints, whatnot, all on them, are all for that upcoming.
Blend in.
The intent is, exactly, to blend into the urban environment.
Crazy.
If you were going to war and you were fighting in an urban environment, what would you wear and then take it to the fashion?
Almost look like a wall poster.
Exactly, and like that's why it does have this like kind of crazy element to it.
That's fire.
So some of the pieces are more tailored to a ready-to-wear clientele, and then there are some pieces that are just crazy, just like paint on paint, dyed, bleached, cut and sewn, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So we kind of have like an eclectic collection here of just like a bunch of different
styles. A little bit of all pieces of parts of you. That's
so it's its own collection, you know. It's Chris Mena or Mena in, you know, April of 2024. That recital.
Like, fuck that guy. All right, so what do you feel your impact is going to be?
Cool. So yeah, a lot of it's like bringing awareness to the recycled side of the industry, which I think is so important. I think more people should be incorporating either sustainability or recycled garments into their collections.
Dope.
And doing it in a way where you can produce items for customers and not just doing it for the runway.
I'm just kind of continuing off that thought, my apologies, but like, what's your niche with the recycled side? Or is it just something you're passionate about? Do you work actively in that field?
That's like that question could be answered for 30 minutes. But to give you like the short end is like, I think that there's a huge niche that could be explored in the mass market industry in recycled clothing. We have so much excess. People throw away pounds. I think it's 80 pounds a year the average American throws away. America is like one of the #1 consumers of buying clothes and throwing them away, and the waste that we all contribute.
And to my knowledge, there's an industry around throwaway clothes.
We do have a serious problem here in the States, and I think bringing awareness to that and like really pushing that narrative forward of like, hey, like you can be a designer and only work in this space. It's super important.
I feel like there's a much deeper conversation. Hopefully we have an opportunity to follow that up, because it's a huge conversation.
We out here.
We're out here. We're signing out. Luxe Fashion Fest.
You feel and then you break down when I'm trying to build. You say you love me, but baby I can't tell. You say